Alright, welcome to my new series, Lamar Jackson Player Career. It's not just about him. We'll take a quick look at the team. I don't actually know how well any of the other players did, because of course the other players I added, Ryan Anderson, Myles Garrett, Christian McCaffrey and Jabril Peppers, played an entire season, simmed through, but I don't know how well they did. So this is Lamar Jackson. He's based off Robert Griffin III's rookie stats when he first came into Madden. He's a tiny bit faster than RG3 was, his accuracy is right around the same, everything like that. And of course, before I look at anybody else, you have to excuse what these players look like. Now, Lamar Jackson isn't actually that bad. He looks quite close to the actual Lamar Jackson. I mean, when you see the others, he looks quite close compared to them, and he is probably the worst one of them all. Christian McCaffrey, now this is the only white guy out of all the options that was white that even looks remotely close to what Christian McCaffrey looks like. Let's see if we can work a little movie magic and make this actual Christian McCaffrey. There we go, I say there we go, maybe I did nothing. And he's now an 88 overall after one season, so I'm interested to see how he did in his first season. And here it is, 1,232 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, 9 rushing touchdowns. He's been breaking some tackles, getting some yards after contact, 69 yards his longest run, 3 fumbles though, and he's an asset receiving as well, 343 yards on 19 receptions, 2 touchdowns there. And let's see if he did anything returning, because obviously he can do that. Nothing in the kick returns, nothing in the punt return. And look at that, that's Myles Garrett. I don't know what you're on about, that's literally him. So let's see how Myles Garrett did. He hasn't improved that much from his rookie overall. I forgot to mention, Christian McCaffrey is based off a little bit of an Ezekiel Elliott build, a little bit, you know, just kind of customized to him specifically. I'm not saying Christian McCaffrey's the best running back in the NFL draft next year, but if he turns out to be everything he could be, and that's obviously the theory behind this, he would then be of that kind of stats. The same as Elliott's stats when he first came into the game, the release date ones. Myles Garrett is built off a Julius Peppers from a bunch of games ago, obviously modified to suit him more as a rookie at the time, because obviously it was a veteran Julius Peppers that he was designed off. And he's climbed a little bit. And in his first season, now remember they are running a 3-4 scheme here. He had 3 sacks, 68 total tackles, no forced fumbles or anything, so he can certainly do a little bit better in his next couple of seasons. Right outside linebacker, Ryan Anderson. Now again, this guy actually, it's not, it doesn't look like Ryan Anderson, but it's kind of close. It's not that bad. Ryan Anderson is based off Ahmad Brooks, so an old version of Ahmad Brooks. Again, slightly moderated, of course, to fit Ryan Anderson personally, and of course to fit him as a rookie. And in his rookie season, 78 total tackles, 5.5 sacks. Now remember 3-4, which means he is a pass rushing guy, so 5.5 sacks is good, but also again not great. But because he had 78 tackles, it makes it look a little bit better. 4 pass deflections. A forced fumble as well, but nothing outside of that. Also, 11 catches allowed. They don't tend to give that many catches allowed. That's quite a lot. And finally, Jabril Peppers here at strong safety. I mean, if that doesn't look like Jabril Peppers, I don't know if you know what Jabril Peppers looks like. Anyway, he jumped a little bit as well, not too much. 87 tackles, a sack, an interception, a tackle for a loss, a couple of pass deflections, a whole bunch of catches allowed. Again, like I swear they don't make these numbers too high. That's a high number for what Madden tends to give out for this. That's pretty realistic. A single interception and like no forced fumbles is probably what you should expect from Jabril Peppers. He's got the good tackling. Let's see if he had anything to do in kick and punt returning. No, apparently the Browns have someone better than Christian McCaffrey and Jabril Peppers in kick returns. I don't know who it would be. And before we look at anything else, obviously what we're going to be using a lot as a quarterback is our receivers here. And who have we got? We've got Corey Coleman still. Terrell Pryor is still kicking about. I had to actually make sure he got the contract he wanted, using it. Usually I just skipped everything else, had to make sure he stayed on the team. We've got Bryce Butler here, Ricardo Lewis, DeAndrew. I've never heard the name DeAndrew. I've heard DeAndre, not DeAndrew. Hillman, a rookie, not that good, and Rashad Higgins. All of the additions, out like rookies and stuff, apart from the ones obviously I added and made, are just ones that the computers decided. So it's pretty much been, although I was the coach to begin with, it's pretty much still been as good as player career in that sense. I've not been meddling at all, except for obviously adding, 5 custom-made players that are very good. Before we joined this team, the Browns went 3-13 in the first season, where they actually went 1-15, but simming, I wasn't going to get the same result. They then went 4-12, And now we've got the quarterback we want. It's us, Lamar Jackson. It'll be interesting to see how they run the scheme, because obviously I know I technically call the plays, but I'll be doing the one where you only have the one choice. I really wish, and I said this last year when I was saying what they should have in Madden 17, that they would just call the plays for you, not have you choosing anything. But obviously, as we are the quarterback, we can do audibles and stuff, but we're going to keep the audibles to changing into plays that are better against the defense we see, rather than just using it to give us the best play. But I'm interested to see how they use us, because obviously we can't affect the scheme or anything, so we're stuck in that Hugh Jackson Browns offense with Lamar Jackson. It's not going to be one particularly designed for us to scramble about, but Hugh Jackson also is friendly to a quarterback moving about the place, so that could work out well for us. I'm not going to bother with the preseason, because we're going to get the starting job when you look at the team. We've got the best overall there. I don't have to fight for that. So I'm just going to get straight into the season with this game. We're going to play our first game in this episode, maybe the first two. I haven't done this yet, so I don't know how many I can fit into a single episode and fit them in well without making it too long. One last thing I did want to mention here was that rather than doing it like I do my 5-cell franchise thing where I commentate over the top of the gameplay footage afterwards, I will be doing this live, seeing how that goes instead. I think when you do play a career, it also kind of fits it better. And now the big thing, setting the season goal. And I've not done a player career on this game before, so I don't know. Let's see, passing yards. Can I do different ones for all of these? Because, can I do rushing yards? I can't do rushing yards, because that's the one I'm aiming for here. I think we can throw 25 touchdowns. You get more XP for being less aggressive there. Also, we're playing the Lumberjacks. I do know who that is. The Lumberjacks are the San Diego Chargers. No, they're not the San Diego Chargers. They're the Lumberjacks. They are the Los Angeles Chargers. But obviously not. They moved to, where is it? Portland, that's it. They're the Portland Lumberjacks. Is that it? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to commit to our goal of 25 passing touchdowns, which means if near the end of the season we're not coming into 25 naturally, we're just going to start lobbing around some touchdowns to make it go a little bit smoother, because we don't want to be failing our target. Although, as a player, I don't think they're going to drop you, are they, if you fail to hit your target, unlike a head coach. This first episode is turning out to be a slight mess in terms of presentation and the order we do things in. So, we've got sliders on. They're supposed to be difficult. Charter 04s, hopefully I'll remember to put a link in the description. Same ones that Mr. Hurricane uses apparently, so from that I figure they're good enough. Quick play calling on, which means we only see one play, we don't get to choose what we use. Speed threshold, I'll just say, obviously it's part of the sliders, but is at 55, so we're not like putting it down to 0 and having Jackson run away from everyone. If he's beating people here, he's legitimately beating them. And I think that's all that's left to say. Let's finally now get into this game and actually play this game. So we start off on the 35-yard line. This Browns defense apparently doing some good work here as the Chiefs have gone... I don't know what I was saying. Oh, and it worked out. That was nice. I wasn't 100% sure that comeback would work, but it does. 23 yards on our first NFL pass. All right, we've got a couple of options here. I'm not seeing them, so I'm just going to run for it. That's what Jackson can do. He was supposed to slide. He just stopped dead in his tracks and takes the blow from 3 defenders. 7 yards, he can just pick them up real easy. All right, so it's going to be a run now for Johnson. Let's see what he can do. There's some space. He gets tackled by a lineman, though. Only 3 yards. I thought he could get some more. All right, looking for the slant. It's not there. Going around the outside. Nothing's there. Throwing into the end zone. That wasn't smart. Shouldn't have done that, but, you know, we're a rookie. All right, we had to settle for 3, but again, the Browns defense doing work. I don't know what the Chiefs offense looks like, obviously. We're just simming through that. Maybe they just don't have the players. We're going to run to the right here with Coleman, throw it out to him, and then pick up some yards. Not that many, but enough. 3rd and short, we've been given a screenplay. Let's see how this one works out. We're not going to just, start making our own calls here. It's not good, though. Oh, no. We made a bad play worse. There are other options than forcing the screen, and we don't take one of those other options. Force it, and we throw an interception. We throw an interception in the NFL before we throw a touchdown. I mean, Tambali was all over that from the very beginning. Look at him. Had him covered. I mean, maybe if we would have thrown it out a little further in front of him. All right, we've got the seam here with Butler. That's what we're looking at, because I think that's really the only route I like here. Coleman, maybe. It's not good looking. It's not good looking at all, but however, no. Changed my mind. No! I spun! No! No! Oh no! That wasn't supposed to happen at all! No! I thought I hadn't crossed the line of scrimmage. I went to throw it. Circle was wide open. Instead, we do a spin, get hit, and fumble the ball. And now the Chiefs have scored a touchdown, and we're down 10-3. And it's, I mean, the interception was my fault. The second one, again, was my fault for just being stupid, but at least that time it was a pure accident. We can throw it to Barnage there, though, and he catches it, I hope, holds onto it for the first down. All right, we've got a couple of options here. We've got a blitz coming in. We get it out to Barnage. What can he do? Tumbles over a guy and doesn't get the first down. We've still got another down, though. This is what we've got to work with. So Coleman, let's work our way up to Terrell Pryor, see if he opens up. No, but look, we're open. We're open. And again, not sliding. We've got to slide. Injury setting, I don't think, is that high. We've been given the same play again, presumably asked to play it right. But we managed to get out there. We managed to pick up some yards, and this time we managed to slide as well. The poor Kansas City Chiefs being tasked with being the first team to go up against us. And Barnage drops the ball. And they're not the first team to have to go up against us. I was going to say, you know, they don't know how to play Lamar Jackson at this point, but apparently they don't need to because our receivers will drop balls and I'll throw interceptions. Now, this is a play I like. This is a play I like to use online. And with our scrambling ability, it should really work. Oh, gosh. Try. And it was there. It just wasn't caught. Coleman, what are you doing, my man? But these drop passes are even worse. No, Coleman, where are you going, man? We've got to pick up the first down ourselves. I thought Coleman was going to come with us. He just stops dead. Right, can you beat your man? No, that's not happening. Oh, no, that was not a fumble. At least Thomas is making a run. Oh, this is going from bad to worse. 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. It's not a great rookie outing here. All those doubters are snickering now. Facebook messaging their friends. Didn't I tell you he's just another bust? This is Jamarcus Russell all over again. Okay, that's not quite the case. Oh, and Coleman. And it was a tough catch, but it was makeable, doable, catchable. 24-9. What the Cleveland Brown fans are thinking right now is great. We had that one good draft, you know, we pick up Christian McCaffrey, we pick up those defenders. Things are looking better. We win 4 games. That's pretty good. And now we see this. Drop passes, interceptions thrown. It looks like it's the same old Browns not being able to draft a quarterback to save their lives. Oh, managed to get out of that trouble. That's just pure speed helping him out there. Ref, he blatantly hit me out of bounds. Did you not see me tumble? It might be there. Let's see. It is there. Oh, come on. We can do better than that. I'm not going to be able to do that. Just throw it up. And it's a 3rd interception. It was our only chance. Oh, no. What a horrible, horrible outing here in our first game. A nightmare. All right, so we did some fantasy goals. You know, 137 rushing yards, 58 downs. Played 1 plus 20 yard plus run, 117 passing yards. However, we didn't throw a touchdown. We didn't do much, to be honest. I hope we get to play next week, because right now I wouldn't be too sure. Alright, so that was our first game, you know. We could have gone worse. We could have thrown 4 interceptions. You know, we're really missing Christian McCaffrey here at running back. We thought that would be a nice compliment to each other. Right now it's just me doing some stuff and throwing interceptions. Let's see if we can do better against these Saints in week 2. Alright, now one thing can be said. We can't do any worse than we did in our first game. So at least we've got that going for us. On another point, you know, 3 interceptions really is enough for pretty much the season. So let's try and not throw any more. And those things are called completions. We like them. No, not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's just the worst luck. No way. I mean, at least that just counts as a fumble, but no way. Are you kidding me? This is the most Browns start to a season ever. We've got to start playing like the guy we were drafted to be. Let's play clinical. Let's play with some speed here too. Go. Here we go. It's not safe, but he was pretty open. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on to that ball. We didn't have time to slide and make sure we pick up the first down. But it's runs like that that'll give us a short career in the NFL, just like every other polarizing mobile passer there's ever been. Oh, there was a bit of an odd throw, but it was a completion for some yards. At this point, we'll take anything. All right, this is the one where we threw... This is the same play where we threw our third interception of the day on the last time. We'll keep it a bit easy here. Oh, look at all that space for us. We can easily run into that, get out of bounds. A flag at the end. Hopefully that's for a late hit, because that really hurt me, ref. Yes, it was unnecessary roughness. How dare you hit me out of bounds? And we'll accept that and go on to the 5. Oh, look at that to the left. Can we make the most of it? No! Coleman, why did you come? Why did you bring the cornerback to the front of the end zone? You should have stayed at the back. Coleman wants the touchdowns, that's what it is. So now we're going to probably have to throw one to him here. I say have to, we want to. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to get in for the touchdown. There we go. That's what you draft Lamar Jackson for. Exactly that kind of run. The pass wasn't open. He manages to burst through the one little hole. Look at this. It was a tight squeeze, but he gets in. And finally, we have a touchdown. We don't have a passing touchdown yet. We've got 3 interceptions and as many fumbles lost. But we've got a touchdown, a rushing one. Talking about giving routes more time to develop. We've got ourselves a deep game. There's Pryor. If we throw it right, he's got a big one. Nice play. All right, running it again. We really don't do that enough. And we pick up a first down doing it. So why don't we do it more? A bit more than a first down. Is that a touchdown? How on earth did he just take that in for a touchdown untouched? All right, we've got just a bunch of randos here right now. It's a double safety blitz, which means there's a lot of space. No, not the dive! Oh, got away with it. I've got to use the precision modifier to slide. 8 seconds left. We're going for a screen. Talk about a play that is going to take up a lot of time. I mean, does it work? It does work, and that's our first passing touchdown of our career. So we've got ourselves a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown after throwing 3 interceptions. I don't think we've thrown any interceptions yet, but we have fumbled the ball a couple of times. Look at that. Oh, I'd review that. Well, it's automatically reviewed, but that was close to being out of bounds. 3rd and 8, we're going for a screen. It worked the last time we were down here. We were a little bit closer to the end zone, but works once. I mean, why not try it again? That's why you flog a dead horse, isn't it? And it's caught, and he's off, and he gets the blocks, and he's in for another touchdown. We can run these screens all day long, if you ask me. We have to complete it for about 3 yards. He does the rest of the work. He got stuck a little bit there, but he catches it, and he cuts it upfield, follows his blocks nicely, and gets into the end zone. 2 screens, 2 touchdowns. And I don't like the look of that. But we've got the men on that side, as long as he... Yes, nice. Oh, a nice little juke. Duke, and he gets into the end zone for another touchdown. Wow, we finally found our groove, and we are punishing the Saints here. I'm assuming, I mean, I don't know who's playing offense for them, but they can't be playing with Drew Brees if they scored a single touchdown. And that defense just isn't very good, and we are doing them in here. 35-7, and Duke Johnson, he's making some plays. We send him to the outside again, because why not, right? And he just picks up a decent amount of yards that time. Nothing too fancy, but with 10 rushes and 92 yards and like 4 touchdowns total, he's doing okay today. What have we got here? Coleman running a fancy one. Well, everyone's running something slightly weird. Oh, I thought he almost caught that, but he doesn't, which means we've got to punt the ball away. Can't score a touchdown on every drive, apparently. And we really are just trying to run the clock out here. We're just running the ball again. And I mean, at this score difference, you can't blame them. Oh, Duke. Oh, no. I was going to say he made a nice play. And the ball is recovered by the Saints. He did a good job getting out of the contact and then coughs it up. I mean, I can't blame him. How many of them? I've already done that a couple of times today alone. Still running it, still running the clock down. This is the final moments of the game here. I'll tell you what, Brown doesn't run too bad, actually. And 1 more play and we're going to be done here. Why not try and get Coleman some more yards? The poor guy's missing out here. And there you go. Well, I'm sure he's very happy that we just did that. And there we go. The clock will run out right here and we win 35-10. It'll be interesting to see who the Saints do have at quarterback. But I can't believe it would be Drew Brees if we're beating them this easily. There we go. It's not Drew Brees. Is that Geno Smith? If that's Geno Smith, that answers an awful lot of questions I had. And after all, this isn't a surprising result. They showed Geno. I mean, everybody had a go. That's why. We had Kellen Moore, Nate Friedman, a rookie, and Geno Smith all having a go today. But today we did well. We didn't throw any interceptions, 70% completion percentage, and rushing-wise, Duke Johnson is injured, actually injured. We had 77 yards and the 1 touchdown. We had a nice day today, except for the 2 fumbles. One of those was just a pure accident. The other one was a fair one again. And look at all that green. That's a lot of things done right this week. I did turn up the XP slider a little bit. I think I'm going to have to turn it down a little bit. We are picking up an awful lot. Let's check the injury report, because if we're playing 4 weeks... No, it's okay. He's fine. So we're still waiting for Christian McCaffrey to come back, but Duke Johnson is going to be there for the while to hold us over, which is good because he scored 4 total touchdowns last week. Let's check the players of the week, because I reckon he'll be showing up. I can't believe it. How do you not get... Look at that. This I was going to say I can't believe how do you not get player of the week, but looks like the Saints and Jets swapped quarterbacks. Drew Brees for the Jets, Geno Smith for the Saints. I mean, yeah, he had 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown, but I'm telling you, Duke Johnson was on fire in that game. But that is it for this one. You're going to have to wait until we play the Portland Lumberjacks, I believe. They're 2-0 though, we're just 1-1, but they're coming to see us. First Energy Stadium, what a fortress that is. Let's see them try and come in and beat us there. That is it for the first episode of this series. It was a rocky start with 3 interceptions, but then it was a nice game after that, throwing 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, rushing for 1. It was a nice day for us. Danny Shelton also to a contract extension. We're looking to do well this year, although at 1-1 it could go either way at this point, although we are on a 1-win streak. Let's see how we get on in the next episode, which will be out in a week's time. That's right, a week's time. And Marcus Mariota just got paid $104 million.